Ya no se considera como un acto de insolencia llevar puesta una franela. Hoy en día, esta es una prenda básica en el guardarropa de los estadounidenses. A pesar de que tiende a inspirar curiosidad, la ropa interior masculina aún no se ha hecho manifiesta.
Hey, what do you think? Boxers or briefs?
Oh, boxers. Oh,
Briefs.
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 It depends on the man.
Well, you know, it really depends.
Boxers.
Briefs.
Absolutely boxers.
Briefs only.
I need a lot of room.
I just don't want to flop around.
Gotta breathe.
Gotta breathe.
Especially in weather like this.
Good way to tuck it all in.
But usually, I don't really wear any underwear.
En el mercado, la venta de ropa interior masculina se ubica muy bien.
The majority of men buy that $2.54 pair of white cotton briefs because it is just a commodity item in their wardrobe that they need to have.
Now, boxers in the last 10 years have risen in popularity and have grown as a percent of the total, but the briefs still dominate the business.
Sin embargo, los diseñadores han tratado de que la ropa interior masculina no siempre sea blanca y de corte clásico. Ya en la década de los 40, algunos diseñadores intentaron añadirle un poco de color y elegancia a la ropa interior masculina. Sin embargo, el hombre norteamericano promedio rara vez se mostró dispuesto a cambiar su preferencia por los clásicos interiores de su juventud.
I would venture that most men are very loyal to one particular brand. And it's probably being bought in a discount store, and it's probably being bought in a 3-pack. And it's probably cost less than $10.
A principios de la década de los 80, un diseñador eleva el concepto de comodidad del interior a la de una prenda de alta costura. Lo que más nos sorprende es que el hombre que hizo estremecer el mundo de la ropa interior masculina no diseñó un nuevo estilo ni inventó un nuevo tipo de material. Calvin Klein le cambió la imagen totalmente al clásico interior de algodón.
His marketing campaigns in the 1980s have really revolutionized the industry and really have turned something that was functional into fashion plus function.
He obviously didn't start the underwear industry, but he started people thinking differently about wearing underwear, and he made underwear visible to the world as opposed to it being an unmentionable item in the past.
Calvin Klein le abre la puerta a otros diseñadores para que comiencen a vestir a sus clientes de adentro hacia afuera.
Why shouldn't designers enter the market? I mean, they're in other ends of apparel. I mean, it just stands to reason that intimate apparel would be their next step.
Today, it's not unusual for someone to be willing to pay $15 to $25 for one pair of underwear, and they're looking for the status attached to it.
I don't think there is a single menswear designer working today who does not have an underwear collection, or at least an underwear collection in the works.
A lot of underwear companies have this revolving banana thing. It's very important.
Un diseñador de ropa interior le ha dado un enfoque particularmente divertido al negocio.
Lunatic.
Yeah.
That guy's a crazy man.
Start over again.
El gerente general de Joe Boxers, Nicholas Graham, ha hecho de la venta de ropa interior masculina un asunto muy divertido.
The motto of the company is change daily, which works in a lot of ways, not just to change your underwear daily, but also to try new things all the time and change your mind daily.
Nicholas Graham ha roto prácticamente con todas las reglas en materia de ropa interior masculina desde que en 1986 comenzara a fabricar boxers.
I can't talk about the Secret Service. I've been sworn to secrecy, Secret Service. Basically what had happened is just when we started this business, we used to individually silkscreen each pair. And I wanted to do this dollar bill design. So we were silkscreening these things and you do some tests on it and you throw it in the garbage. And so these kids went through this dumpster in the back of the building, and they pulled out these pieces of paper that we were testing on. They go back and they call the police. The police calls the Secret Service because they think, oh my God, it's a counterfeiting operation. So anyway, they confiscated 950 pairs of underwear and burnt them.
Joe Boxers es, por supuesto, un negocio serio.
The company is, it's grown, 30, 40% for every year for the last 4 years. Oh, there's nobody here. Oh well.
Dada la competencia en el mundo de la ropa interior masculina, los diseñadores que recién ingresan al mercado enfrentan un gran reto: destacarse. Afortunadamente, existe toda una estructura publicitaria que le da cabida a la ropa interior masculina.
The waistband is a billboard for the company. I don't think there's a single manufacturer out there that doesn't put its name on the waistband. It's a very effective way to promote your product, especially if the product is being worn by a young kid whose underwear are exposed while he's walking down the street.
It was Calvin with the Marky Mark ads that came out that initially got it started. Then a lot of the R&B and rap artists started wearing their underwear a little bit higher than their pants, or their pants lower than the underwear.
Los nuevos diseñadores dirigen su trabajo a los consumidores que les gusta andar a la moda.
Traditionally, what we were trying to market were young men, young inner-city men between the ages of 18 and 35, but that was our ignorance to think that only inner-city guys would understand our style. I mean, it's the everyday fashion that is created from the inner-city streets.
Los cambios en el mercadeo no fueron los únicos adelantos hechos por los diseñadores de ropa interior masculina. Para aquellos a quienes les había resultado difícil decidirse entre los boxers y los interiores, los diseñadores han creado un híbrido.
Up until the past few years, you were either a boxer man or a brief man. Within the past few years, you're both. And the key item right now is the boxer brief, where you have the knit cotton fabrication, but the little longer leg.
Will it ever catch up to briefs? No. Will it ever be bigger than boxer shorts? No. But it is the fastest growing segment of the business.
A pesar de que ahora los hombres cuentan con un sinnúmero de alternativas en materia de ropa interior, no siempre son ellos quienes la compran.
Traditionally, women are the biggest purchaser of men's underwear. At least 75 to 78% of men's underwear is been sold to women. But that's changing quite a bit now because men are kind of, they're growing up.
As you watch the crowds during lunch hour and early evening, there are men agonizing over the racks, deciding what shape is right for me.
When a guy exposes his underwear to a girl for the very first time, somebody had to have purchased that underwear, and hopefully it wasn't his mother.
La ropa interior masculina ha evolucionado mucho desde que la única opción existente fuera la clásica pieza blanca de algodón. Ahora esta se ha convertido en una prenda moderna que es adquirida por un consumidor exigente. Al regreso, la comercialización de la prenda de vestir difícil de llamar por su nombre.
It's a problem Madison Avenue has solved on Main Street.
Desvistiendo la ropa íntima. Contrario a los anuncios de hombres, los cuales seguían siendo simples y basados en imágenes. En 1911, Jockey acapara la atención cuando lanza una esmerada campaña publicitaria en The Saturday Evening Post. Con los años, el uso de la imagen de las celebridades se ha convertido en un ardid publicitario.
You know, a lot of things have changed since the first Olympic Games. Take underwear. Back then, you didn't have much to choose from. And forget about comfort. Thank goodness at these games we have Hanes. Much more comfort. And look at the choice of styles and colors. This only came in green and brown.
En 1982, el Times Square sería nuevamente el escenario de un memorable acontecimiento publicitario.
I think that when Calvin Klein hired Tom Hittenhouse, the Olympic pole vaulter, and put him in a pair of briefs and plastered his image on Times Square, it was the most shocking thing that ever happened in the underwear industry. It made people say, well, hey, this is a sexy image. It's not something that needs to be hidden behind closed doors.
Los viejos tabúes estaban desapareciendo y en 1987 finalmente un brasier es visto como debía ser visto. Una vez que la audiencia le echó un vistazo a lo que tenía delante de sí, la industria cambió para siempre.
It's an information age, and I think the currency is attention. And how do you get attention? By doing something absolutely on the edge.
I don't want to say sex sells, but the more you push the envelope, the more interested your audience is going to be.
Los anuncios de ropa íntima pronto comenzaron a explorar los límites, pero algunos sensores de televisión permanecían moralmente vigilantes.
We put together an underwear, cotton underwear commercial a few years ago with Claudia Schiffer. We sent it to the 3 networks. They rejected it. They said our commercial was too sexy to air. We couldn't tell the difference between what we've done in the past and that, so we actually sent it to the network news. We said, this is the commercial that the networks won't let us air. So it became this incredible controversy.
Nobody gets down to basics like Victoria's Secret with pure cotton underwear.
Every day. Every day. Every sexy way.
When you get right down to basics,
Only Victoria's Secret makes it so sexy.
pure cotton underwear only from Victoria's Secret.
Every day. Every sexy way.
Victoria's Secret pure cotton underwear.
We actually got 10 times more coverage on news than we did with the commercial.
Cuando de destapar se trata, las maniobras publicitarias de Joe Boxers han levantado las cejas de la industria.
We're an advertising agency that sells underwear. Basically, we've really kind of built a product around entertainment. It kind of runs through the whole philosophy of the brand, where it's like, you know, from what we do is marketing to what we sell as product. Everyone's been up in space with their underwear on. But we really wanted to see what it would be like just to send underwear up alone. Send it up at 2,200 miles an hour to about 87,000 feet and spilled it out into the atmosphere.
Looks healthy. I mean, I don't know if you'd want to wear it again.
Durante años, los publicistas han inventado novedosas formas de vender una prenda íntima. ¿Y quién sabe lo que ahora tienen en mente? Al regreso veremos cuándo es el momento indicado para usar menos o incluso nada.
Freedom. Feel completely comfortable. You can do everything in your underwear. Simple things are what's really sexy. I don't have to wear it. I like to wear it. This is sheer. I can't show you the rest.
Hoy en día, aunque las personas pueden hacer cualquier cosa con su ropa interior, el impulso de no utilizarla se ha apoderado de muchos. De hecho, esta tendencia ha sido impuesta por los artistas.
I did a story on undies optional, and I got the idea because I was on this fashion shoot with a star from Baywatch, and we were in the dressing room, and I realized she didn't bring any underwear. And then a few days later, some co-workers were talking about the Jay Leno show, that they had heard that the actress Alyssa Milano announced to the world on television that she wasn't wearing any underwear. On the Seinfeld show, Kramer spends the whole episode talking about how wonderful it is not to wear anything underneath his pants. And I'm thinking, you know, as a reporter trend here. It really came from the fashion runways, where models wear just the clothes with no underwear so that they don't have panty lines.
Una línea de panty visible pudiera hacernos desistir de la idea de usar ropa interior, pero existen otras motivaciones.
The reason people don't wear underwear is comfort and sensuality. There's something about bare skin next to your clothes that makes you feel provocative.
A principio de la década de los 80, Brooke Shields reveló sus preferencias en una sugestiva campaña publicitaria.
You want to know what comes between me and my Calvins? Nothing.
Quizás el momento más atrevido que muestra el uso opcional de la ropa interior es cuando en 1990 Sharon Stone abrió sus piernas en la película Bajos Instintos. La imagen causó sensación.
I think it's a great example of showing how far the industry has gone, that you would have somebody on screen not wearing underwear and have that be not only a focal point of a scene, but something that becomes one of the focal points of the movie and also one of the most talked about parts of the movie.
Para aquellas mujeres que quieren verse y sentirse como si no llevaran puesta ropa íntima sin tener que prescindir de ella, existe una opción menos radical.
The biggest change I've seen is really the acceptance of the thong. The most popular thing we sell is something called second skins. They're thongs that don't show any panty lines. Women love it. They just come in and say, "Show me your skins."
En algunos casos, la verdadera libertad en materia de ropa íntima consiste en tomar una decisión estrictamente personal, aun si esta implica volver al pasado.
Corsets are such a timeless fashion accessory that they keep popping in and out of the cycle of fashion. Corset wearing has gone from a necessity to a fashion accessory, so of course you have clients that will approach you with having a corset made for a special occasion to wanting to incorporate one into their daily lifestyle. Vanity, it's fashion. There are different motivations and desires for a lot of the clients who come to me.
Este es un diseñador que practica lo que predica.
My motivation for wearing a corset was doing research and reading about and seeing these wonderful, fashionable men from this period and having the motivation to go forward with that and actually give it a try myself.
La prenda interior adecuada puede ayudarnos a mantener todo en su lugar, aun cuando lo que deseamos hacer es alcanzar las estrellas. Algunas personas creen que el uso de la prenda íntima adecuada puede ayudarnos a llegar al cielo. Durante los primeros siglos de la cristiandad se utilizaba el cilicio, una prenda hecha con los ásperos pelos de la cabra, ceñido al cuerpo como símbolo de castigo. El clima siempre ha tenido un papel preponderante en las mejoras hechas a la ropa interior.
We see also that earlier people were quite ingenious in the cold climates for keeping warm, just as in the warm climates, they had ways of making themselves comfortable.
Hace siglos, los chinos inventaron una ingeniosa forma de tejer el bambú para convertirlo en una prenda interior. En el invierno, la franelilla funciona como un aislante. En el verano, permite que el aire fresco circule por el cuerpo. En Occidente, diferentes tipos de ropa interior han sido diseñados para que se adapten a los cambios climáticos.
There was a cotton set and there was a wool set. And in fact, a lot of the competition between various underwear makers in the latter part of the 19th century was really how cool you could be in summer and how warm you could be in winter.
Sin embargo, bajo las condiciones climáticas más extremas, las fibras naturales tienen sus límites.
Cotton was very comfortable. Wool was very warm, but not very comfortable. Both of them held on to moisture forever, and they were just not very useful in active outdoor environments.
La industria fabricante de ropa de invierno, que una vez solo se ocupó de la ropa exterior, ahora se ha propuesto mejorar la capa de tela que se encuentra más cercana a la piel.
In the beginning, people's perception of long underwear were those big red union suits with the back flaps. And it's really come a long way since then. Long underwear really made a turn, a shift in the market when polypropylene came out, and that was in the 80s. People really started to take note and become educated about their first layer.
La industria empieza a experimentar con los tipos de tejidos. Las compañías, por su parte, comienzan a proponer diferentes opciones capaces de brindar comodidad en todo tipo de clima.
We have 5 different weights of underwear, and it's not just underwear to keep you warm and insulated in a cold condition. These take you through any sport, from outrigger canoeing and sun protection all the way to mountaineering.
We consider our underwear kind of a piece of hardware, and it's one thing to pull out of your bag and use in conjunction with other layers depending on the sport.
En conclusión, la ropa interior térmica del pasado no puede competir con las tecnologías modernas.
Cotton union suit could probably keep you warm in 50-degree temperatures. Expedition weight capling underwear would keep you very warm in -degree conditions.
Los deportes y la ropa interior comparten una larga historia. Cuando se inventó la bicicleta, los ciclistas que montaban los adoquines se encontraban con que la práctica de esta actividad era extremadamente incómoda. En 1874, la Bike Athletic Company introduce el suspensorio, un artículo cuyo uso se hizo común en las clases de gimnasia de los jóvenes durante las décadas de los 50 y 60. Actualmente, el suspensorio es una de las prendas deportivas más importantes de los atletas. ¿Podría imaginarse ese hombre de la edad de hielo que hace 5000 años vistió por primera vez una piel de animal? ¿Cómo cambiarían las cosas? Utilizamos la ropa interior para cambiar la apariencia del cuerpo, algunas veces a pesar de sufrir grandes incomodidades. Descubrimos los poderes de seducción de la ropa íntima, pero los tabúes sexuales la hicieron innombrable. Para enviar a las prendas íntimas a grandes alturas, aprovechamos la tecnología moderna, inventamos, mejoramos y produjimos en serie. Aplanamos, sostuvimos, levantamos, separamos y punteamos hasta que hicimos del sostén un icono. Y luego lo quemamos. Nos debatimos entre los boxers y los interiores y fuimos seducidos por anuncios publicitarios que nos hicieron no solo observar a la prenda interior, sino también a quien la llevaba puesta. Observamos con atención a las estrellas que mostraron su ropa íntima y a las que no, y hasta aquellas que hicieron de mostrarla toda una moda. La historia de la ropa interior se compara con la historia de la humanidad.